that their culture is just infused with kind of a celebration of their traditions.
BYU students celebrate Oktoberfest with root beer and lederhosen.
These speakers are among the most distinguished scholars of Islam in the United States.
The world's leading experts on Islam meet on BYU campus to discuss the modern Islamic world today.
People have worked throughout this pandemic and they've been called essential, but unfortunately they've been treated as expendable.
Americans across the country leave their jobs due to workplace burnout.
Hands-free, that's still a distracted driving.
Provo police will be looking for distracted drivers on the road.
And one of our mottos is a little something's better than a big nothing. And so if everybody does a little something, then that adds up to a lot.
Provo Sustainability Committee creates initiatives to fight climate change.
And it's based on science, it's based on research, it's not based on some of the fear-based information that we're seeing on the internet.
Doctors say there's nothing to fear about the COVID-19.
I want Gabby's family to know that Northport, Florida, and the world are praying for them.
Gabby Petito's family holds her funeral and the latest on the search for Brian Laundrie.
The goal is to decrease demand just to the point where there is available parking even at the busiest time.
The Provo City Council will decide on a parking plan for the city.
Residents in Utah can help us out and help other people in need.
Hospitals ask people to donate what medical equipment they can to overcome shortages caused by the supply chain disruption.
Could be as early as November 4th and 5th that you can go into some locations and get your child vaccinated.
Pfizer's COVID-19 vaccine for kids could get FDA approval today.
Your brain just has this wall that you have to jump over that other people don't.
Students with ADHD face different challenges than other students.
I want to put the heat under them a little bit. They're in the hot seat, and we elected them to be there.
A Utah woman works to get rid of the death penalty so families of the victims can have justice sooner.
I think it's so important for us to remember, the experiences.
Veterans remember their experiences protecting their country as they are honored today.
It's been a long road to find the perfect person to fill in and fill the spot.
Mayor Michelle Kafusi announces the new Provo police chief.
BYU students from all majors take part in the university orchestra.
It doesn't stop individuals from finding loan sharks. I mean the kind of loan sharks that you see in Hollywood that break kneecaps if you don't repay.
State Senator Curtis Bramble says passing laws protecting payday loans minimizes others' financial abuse.
Students at BYU find new ways to meet the one.
There's definitely dangers to it, but also there are really good people out there that you wouldn't meet without social media.
How social media is changing the dating scene in Provo.
Football looks to bounce back from the Baylor loss, an update on BYU volleyball's winning streak, and where BYU hoops falls in the preseason rankings.
A new Miss Provo is crowned. 10 young women competed for the title. Find out why contestants say this competition is more than just a beauty pageant.
Less than 1% of students at BYU do not belong to the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints.
I thought it was going to be really weird because before I used to think that we had really different beliefs.
How non-member BYU students find their place on campus.
BYU women's soccer and volleyball continue to dominate in WCC play.
It just makes me feel really good. It's a good way for me to reconnect with my body.
We will show you what they do to take care of their physical and mental health.
Coming up, BYU Football Player Men of the Year Award nomination and the behind the scenes of a BYU football game.
Welcome to Universe Live. I'm Allie O'Rulian.
And I'm Catherine Bennett. It's Tuesday, November 30th. Students are not only stressing about finals, but also how they will pay for the upcoming semester.
Katie Ann has the details on local loans.
Tuition for winter semester is due on December 24th, and students are dashing for cash just to pay for it. But our Senator Bramble is suggesting that we should protect payday loans.
Although it may seem surprising, State Senator Curtis Bramble has sponsored multiple bills which have passed, keeping payday loans in the state.
For anyone that is opposed to the payday lending industry, what is the alternative? If we were to simply make payday lending illegal in the state of Utah, pass a law that got rid of all of it, that doesn't stop individuals from going online, doesn't stop individuals from finding loan sharks. I mean the kind of loan sharks that you see in Hollywood that break kneecaps if you don't repay it.
One of those bills requires payday lenders to have a large and bold font to disclose their interest rates in hopes of preventing financial abuse.
We don't protect payday lenders. As a matter of fact, our statutes go after the bad actors.
Utah is one of the only states that requires a robust loan disclosure in addition to preventing pyramid loans. The state is very strict on how payday lenders can refinance a loan.
I'm not sympathetic to payday lenders. I'm sympathetic to the citizen who's working paycheck to paycheck, who may have something come up.
Even though the law protects people who use payday loans, it is up to the individual to make a plan to get out of their financial crisis.
As a financial advisor, I would prefer working with individuals, help them understand budgeting, help them understand, saving for a rainy day, living within your means, those kinds of things. But that's not government's role.
Says that Utah is ahead in legislation and making sure that we're not throwing our money out the window. Reporting for Universe Live, I'm Katie Ann Powell.
Thanks, Katie Ann.
Utah Highway Patrol investigates 4 shootings this morning on I-15. Around 3:15 this morning, multiple vehicles were shot as they were driving on I-15 between Nephi and Scipio in Juab County. 2 people were shot and have non-life-threatening injuries. Witnesses described the suspect vehicle as a light-colored SUV, maybe something like a Jeep Cherokee. Since the shooter's location is currently unknown, Utah Highway Patrol is urging people to report any suspicious behavior or to come forward if they have any information on the event.
The Provo Police announces a new police chief ending a nationwide search to replace interim chief John Geierman.
First, we welcome Provo's new police chief, Fred Ross.
Mayor Michelle Kafusi named Chief Fred Ross this morning as the new Provo City Chief of Police. Ross was previously Deputy Chief at the Salt Lake Police Department and most recently Chief of the Utah Transit Authority Police Department. Mayor Kafusi called Ross an experienced leader who will plan for Provo's public safety future.
Utah is home to over 60,000 refugees. Resettlement agencies like IRC, that was featured in yesterday's show, help refugees their first couple of years in the U.S. Utah Valley Refugees is a local organization that helps carry on these efforts. I had the opportunity to spend some time getting to know Leonard Bagalawa, who began the organization.
My name is Leonard Bagalawa. I was born and raised in the Democratic Republic of Congo.
Leonard began Utah Valley Refugees in 2016. Leonard's journey as a refugee himself is what eventually led to the start of this organization.
I left Congo in 1997 at age 17 when I was kidnapped and used as a child soldier.
Leonard was able to escape, but after walking 4 days to arrive back at his home, his mother would not accept him back because his 2 brothers were killed when the rebels came looking for him. Yet, Leonard's mother still helped him get aid at the nearby Catholic church.
It wasn't easy, Jenny.
After countless trials, including being beaten almost to death, Leonard miraculously made it to the refugee camp in Malawi. Less than 1% of the world's refugees are considered for resettlement. After 3 years of waiting, Leonard was able to be part of that 1%. But the adjustment to life in America was anything but easy.
So everything was different for me. Even like cooking was a hard thing, switching off the stove.
The barriers didn't stop there. After months of working a nighttime graveyard job, Leonard ended up homeless. It was the kindness of a couple to get to know him that really changed things for him. But their generosity didn't end there. They helped him get his new life started by paying for his education and giving him a car.
They did not require anything from me. They just only wanted me to carry on and help other people. So when I decided to open Utah Valley Refugees, it was to just carry on the legacy of those people who helped me.
Since the organization began 5 years ago, they have been able to help 180 families. Utah Valley Refugees focuses on helping refugees after resettlement agencies have laid the foundation. They help refugees with housing, employment, education, and healthcare. Leonard believes education is key to successful integration of refugees into our community.
Because we learn from each other.
In addition to monetary and hygiene donations, Leonard asks for your skills.
We're striving for improvement. We believe that people in the community's ideas also can help us grow.
Feel your community come together this giving season as you give some time to get to know your local refugee organization and neighbors.
If you want to keep the spirit of Thanksgiving for just a little longer, today might be the perfect day for you to do so. November 30th is known as the National Day of Giving. People across the United States can go out and donate food, clean up their community, or give blood. You can also donate online to a charity or nonprofit organization of your choosing. This unofficial holiday started back in 2012 as a way to focus on charities and nonprofits, especially after the Black Friday and Cyber Monday rush.
The halls of the Utah Governor's Mansion are officially decked, jolly, and open for tours. Built in 1902, the Kearns family mansion is the official residence of Governor Spencer Cox and his family. The home on South Temple Street in Salt Lake City is known as an architectural masterpiece and was donated by the Kearns family in 1937. The mansion will be open to the public for 45-minute tours December 9th, though registration slots are already full.
An engineering student is playing the cello, and an English major is on percussion. It may sound like High School Musical, but it's right here at BYU. Universe Live reporter Abby Gunderson is on stage with the university orchestras. Abby, what's the purpose of this orchestra?
You come to college and suddenly you have a choice. Do I practice my cello or write the paper I've been putting off for weeks? For non-music majors, it's often hard to find time to play. But in the university orchestras, students from all programs have the opportunity to practice and perform. There is no shortage of musical talent at BYU, but the actual music program is limited. Many students choose to study other things, but still try and keep their love for music alive.
I really missed being in orchestra. The last orchestra I was in my high school orchestra.
With other priorities piling up, practice time can be hard to find.
With the computer engineering, it's a heavy homework load, but when I do practice, I usually practice when I try to find an escape from homework.
Musicians can work on their own, but there's no replacement for the energy in an ensemble. Creating music is a team effort, and the camaraderie is one of the students' favorite parts.
It's amazing to create orchestral music and be able to play symphonies and be part of something big.
The conductors, who are students themselves, pick the music and coach the groups through the semester. Each is learning how to work with the group and developing their own conducting style. This fall, they're excited about the orchestra's hard work.
The repertoire that we've been able to pull off, especially Jupiter, that's a really gnarly piece. And having a non-major enthusiast group be able to pull that off is something that's really spectacular.
At the dress rehearsal, both groups are making final preparations before going on stage tonight.
I think we've worked really hard and we're ready to play our hearts out.
If you're looking to dust off the old violin, this could be your chance. University orchestras will perform tonight at 7:30 in the Dion Concert Hall. Reporting for Universe Live in Provo, I'm Abby Gunderson.
Thanks, Abby.